Here we go.
And don't forget, it's a GIF, not a GIF.
It's a GIF.
No, it's a GIF. Aloha, welcome to It's a Hawaii Thing. I'm Lanai, and that's Brooke Lee.
Hi.
We have one of our good friends on the show today. We've been trying to get him for a little while, but he's so busy.
He's a meme.
Yeah,
he's get him once he's a
the biggest meme in Hawaii. He's probably the biggest weatherman meme in the world, and we're going to talk about his memeness.
Memeness?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I want to put a book together. We
Let's
talked
do
about
it.
putting a meme book together for him. He's just an all-around great guy. Surfer. He's an Ironman, and I think he has
forgot you're a surfer.
the tattoo to prove it. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite weatherman and news personality, Guy Hagi. How are you, Guy?
Did you say you have a tattoo?
Yeah.
I have only one.
If you finish,
You have a what?
tell her what happens if you finish an Ironman.
No, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a thing, but it was like I felt like worthy enough to put an Ironman
No,
tattoo
Guy, it
on.
is a thing.
It is?
Every one of my friends who ran the Ironman, they
Yeah.
said you can't get that tattoo unless you complete it.
Right.
So they have
Why
the
is
same
it,
tattoo.
Are they doing it at the Ironman?
Yeah.
Well, I
No,
do it.
not at the
I got
Ironman,
it in
but-
Kona. Yeah.
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 So
Wow.
it's the logo of the Ironman.
Wow.
Can you
Yeah.
show it, or is it? Are you somewhere?
Wow.
It's a family show. He has a brand to protect.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's small. It's on my ankle. It's like
Yeah.
that big.
Guy, tell everybody what school you went.
So I went to McKinley, man.
Look at that.
What?
McKinley.
He's a
I
tiger.
don't know why I thought
I went
you
to
were out
McKinley.
in
My
Coolio.
mom went to McKinley.
Oh, wow.
But my dad went to Farrington.
Oh,
They're gonna
so
name
it's
the gym
Gideon.
after him pretty soon. The
Might as well.
Hagi Gym.
Wait, that's the Kukui. That's where the Hawaii Five-0 said that that was their school, right?
Yeah,
The
Rydell
Kukui-
High.
The
Doesn't it
Kukui
look like
school.
Rydell High?
Yeah.
From
From
Greece in the
Greece?
front.
Yeah.
Maybe.
In the front of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always
It's-
tell my friends that's Rydell High.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm proud to rep the black and gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
All
Guy,
right.
did you go to school to get into newscasting?
No, not at all. I got into newscasting late in life. I was in the surf industry for a good 20 years before I got into
But you
newscasting.
were radio.
I was radio
That's
at the
true.
start. So I
Yeah.
was radio, but everything, it was all serendipity how it happened, right?
Yeah.
Like I was working at a surf shop. They had a radio surf report. The professionals couldn't wake up every time.
Right. You did this. Did you do
the
Billabong?
He did the surf report.
No,
Which
that
one
was
did you
way
do?
before that. It was called the Town and Country Surf
Oh,
Report.
the Town and Country.
Surf report.
And there was only a couple people. It was only me, Joe Typel, Gary Cooley
Yes.
doing radio surf reports.
Yeah.
So I said my name every time, and
It stuck.
it aired every half hour. There
Yes.
was a surf report.
Yes.
So every half hour you listen, and you never had you never had internet or
No.
anything like that.
Wow.
So all the surfers knew my name, and that was
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy, Guy? I don't think I've ever shared this with you. My first paid gig as a DJ was the surf report. I did the Billabong surf report,
Oh, see.
and I'd have to get up at 4 a.m.
Yep.
Call the lifeguard, and
Right.
and I'm half awake, and he would give me the thing, and I got free clothes for like 10 years.
Wait. How does the surf report work? You just open your window, look out at the waves, or
Just one step removed. We would make phone calls
to the
Yeah.
towers?
I had Brian Keolana on the west side.
Uh-huh.
I had Bernie Baker on the north shore, who lived at Sunset Beach, who just got up out of his bed and looked at it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Sandy Beach, Makapu, always a roll of the dice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because nobody lives beachfront.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So, but we knew wind swell. We checked the lifeguards later in the day, and then Jeannie Chester would wake up.
Oh, Jeannie Chesler is
Wow,
another
that's
one.
a name,
Jeannie Chester
bro.
woke up
Yeah.
every morning, but that's her routine.
And now it's easier for them because you have computers
Yeah,
and
you've got
analytics
buoys,
and
you've got,
reader.
like,
Yeah.
satellites.
well, and we have surfline.com.
Oh, that's right.
Surfline.com.
Which he owns. Not joking.
Network of cameras around the world. And when
Around
they
the world?
And when they started, they needed our surf report. So I was the connection with surfline.com. We would do their surf report as well.
Why? Because you guys know how.
Well, because it was to be the same thing, just translating it to that. But this is before surfline.com had cameras and all
yeah,
that. They
that's
used
a-
to do recorded surf reports back
Wow.
then too. Yeah. We're
See,
talking dinosaur days, man.
Every surfer in the history of surfing needs to
To know this.
know
yeah.
and thank
Yeah.
Guy Hagi at some point.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, Sean Collins is the guy that started Surfline, mainland guy, brilliant guy. He's since passed on, rest in peace. But he's the brilliant mind that started the surf forecasting business.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And back in the day, man, I'm telling you, we would walk from Liliha Bakery where we lived all the way down to Kiwalos to surf and would be flat. There was no technology to
You
tell
didn't
us.
know,
don't
yeah.
go.
There was no-
Yeah.
There's no way.
That's so
but all
funny.
changed.
Growing up on Lanai, we would call the hotel, whoever was down there, and we'd be like, "Hey, what get surf?" Because we didn't have internet either.
And you couldn't walk from up there.
No, right. Oh, that's so classic. Now I want to find out too how that transitioned into television. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. Guy Hagi is hanging out with us. It's a Hawaii thing. Bringing you what matters. Viewers can receive the Star Advertiser digital full access subscription for just $9.95 per month. Go to staradvertiser.com and click on subscribe. Use the code AHI-THING. Long's Drugs is always here for Hawaii, providing your family with their local favorites, accessible health and wellness services to keep you safe and healthy. Make Long's a part of your day. Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. We got Guy Hagi hanging out with us. So you're doing the surf report.
Yes.
You're involved in the surf world.
Right.
How do you land the television gig?
So, like I said, it's all serendipity, right? I was, after 20 years of bombarding everybody with my name every half hour in the
Smart
surf
man.
report, right?
Branding.
I didn't know. That was just
Branding,
the thing,
bro.
right? But you're 18 years old, you do it because you think, oh, my name's on the radio. And that's
Right.
a big deal.
That's a
very
big deal.
That's social media at the
Right?
time.
So,
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But that wasn't paying the rent, right? I was doing marketing for that for surf companies, and then I was surfing with this guy Sonny Ohuna,
Okay.
cameraman
Big
for
name,
for,
yeah.
for KITV,
Yeah.
long time, great guy, and he goes, "Hey, Guy, they got an opening at our station KITV for the weekend weather guy. You should try, man. You should just try." And I'm going, well, as a surfer, you've been tracking the weather
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
life. So kind of half knowing all that and go, yeah, but being on TV is a whole nother thing. So he goes, I'll set up the thing, man. You come in and you try out, you audition. So I tried out with the news director at the time, who's passed on, Wally Zimmerman, great
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Great
Wally
guy.
Zimmerman.
So I do the interview. I stumbled through it. I stumbled through an on-air audition, and Wally goes, okay, we're gonna hire you.
You stumbled through it?
Oh yeah.
You're like the most natural speaker, one of the most natural speakers I know. You stumbled through that?
Well, I'm able to compartmentalize my pigeon.
Okay.
That's the
what it
key.
is, yeah.
That's the key.
Is the
Hawaii.
thing,
Yeah.
right? So I did it, stumbled through it. He hired me, but because they were in ownership change, I wasn't allowed to come on air. So I can't put you on payroll yet, but you're the guy. But Dan Cook left, right? Them to go to start KHNL.
Wow.
So Dan Cook calls and goes, hey, I understand that they hired you, but they can't put you on yet. Why don't you come audition for us? And I went, all right.
This is drama. I love it.
Yeah. So this is, but after several months of just going, okay, you're hired, but we
Yeah, we
can't
can't
put you on
do
yet. Dan
anything.
goes, come on, try. So I auditioned there, and Dan goes, okay, you're hired. Tell Wally you're not going to go with him. Sign for us, and we're going to put you on our new morning show. We're going to start with Lee Cataluna.
Oh, that's right. You worked with Lee.
That's how it all started.
Wow.
Lee, one of the best writers in the world,
Yeah.
and stand-up comic and,
What
and
was
newscaster.
the first morning shows in Hawaii
well,
at the time,
don't
right?
forget, KHON was already well established.
What were they
with their
doing in the
show.
morning?
We had Granny on Channel 9
And Granny
too.
was on
Granny
Channel-
Goose was on
Granny
Channel
Goose
9.
in
And
the
that was our
morning.
first competition, was Granny Goose.
Granny Goose.
Granny Goose.
And whoever was on KHON at the
Man, the first time I did Granny Goose's show like 10 times. And I didn't think anybody was watching. It's like, who's going to wake up this early to watch? Everybody's getting ready.
So and Lee was very patient, very kind, super sweet. We're friends to this day. And and she was the brilliance and the personality of the thing. And then and else
You guys were a good
Wow.
match, though.
It was because two
It was-
local kids,
two
right?
local
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
local girl, local
kids.
boy.
And she had she had the journalism chops.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
also a comedian, and she also had
so
the...
she did some brilliant things. We would tape these teases. They were all like her little chance to to express her comedic side.
Right.
Yeah.
So we do these teases that would run at night, and it was all comedy, and it was really funny. It was really funny.
You like comedy? You watch a lot of stand-up?
That's kind of my wife and I's thing on the weekends. Is when we watch Netflix, it's all about stand-up comedy.
Oh,
so we're
that's
kind of
good.
running out.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
know? We're running out.
I know,
so-
because you binge, that's why.
Yeah,
Not like
yeah.
before, right? You got one to watch a month or every, yeah.
And the problem is we get picky now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're
who's your
connoisseurs.
style? What kind of style do you like?
So Bill Burr,
Oh, he's my
Wow.
favorite.
Bill Burr, Tom Segura, love Ronnie Chang.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense.
Yes.
Ronnie was on our show.
He was.
Yeah.
Man, that acerbic, sharp
Yes.
wit. You know what I mean?
He's-
Digging in the knife.
He's really, you know what's interesting about Ronnie? I got to hang out with him for a little bit.
He did his stand-up. He opened for him. Let's just call it
can
what it is. Sorry.
Can I say?
And he
Go
was
ahead.
great, by the way.
Thank you. He looks at things so differently, but you would never think he's so humble. Like he keeps saying, I really want to make it in America. And he said that to me 50 times. Like, I really want to make it in America. You guys have it great here. You don't understand, because I go, hey, how come you don't do a tour of China? He goes, for what? Or why don't you do Hong Kong? He goes, why? America is where everybody wants to be stand up.
What's his name show?
He doesn't realize it though. Yeah,
it?
he doesn't realize it, which is cool because he's hungry.
Right.
And makes him work harder.
And makes him work
Right.
harder.
Makes him work
He's
harder.
a workhorse.
Right.
His wife sits on the side of the stage and writes his set out. Writes it, not computer, writes it. They go back over it and they take out all the stuff that doesn't work.
Wow.
His wife?
His wife.
Wow.
They're a team. They're awesome. She's awesome. Oh, that's good you went to the show.
Yeah, but we're big Ronnie Chang fans, and that's the vein that kind of we like.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that makes sense because Bill Burr is like the angry, looks at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Ronnie's the same way, angry, looks at
But
a different
Joe Coy is
perspective.
not like that.
No, he's a storyteller.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's different types,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hanging out with Guy Hagi. We'll talk more comedy in just a minute. It's a Hawaii thing. We'll be right back. This show is brought to you by Atlas Construction, Hawaii's #1 builder for 9 years in a row. Call them at 808-951-9500 for the quality and service you deserve today. HEC Medical Clinic, Dr. Aries Oda, Hawaii's #1 laser weight loss center for weight loss, reverse diabetes, and heart disease. Call today for your limited time special, only $37. Lose 1 to 2 inches instantly. Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. You got Lanai, Brooke Lee, Guy Hagi talking about comedy.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
I remembered his name.
Dave Chappelle is like on another level of geniusness.
But he's
Yes.
got that acerbic. He makes everybody new.
Yeah, but it's social commentary.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do. You have
Very.
to be so smart,
Right.
So I'm kind of upset this pushback that he's getting. It's because
Oh,
people
so
didn't
It's
dumb.
more
listen.
than pushback, bro. They're
Yeah.
coming for
Yeah,
him.
but you know what? If they listen to what he was saying,
Right.
he's not offending anybody.
Cancel culture doesn't listen. They only pick out what they want to listen to.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like he don't deserve that.
Yeah. Have you
Like-
seen Bill Burr live?
I have not seen Bill Burr.
You
live.
got to go see him
He
live.
don't come here.
Oh yeah, but he's
No, he
everywhere.
did.
He did. Oh, he did come here.
He
Where?
did. He came
Yeah.
here the last couple of years.
3
he
years
came.
ago, I think it
something
was.
Where
like
does
that.
he go?
Yeah, you know who else you might like is Gary Owens. You know who Gary Owens is?
No.
So Gary Owens married a Popolo girl.
Okay.
And his whole
What does that
and
got
he's
to
a
do with
pure
anything?
white guy.
Right.
But he married a Popolo girl. His whole comedy is about being the only white guy in a Popolo world.
Okay.
So his crowds are 90% Popolo. It's like this, and it's hilarious because he has this.
Okay, well, thank
it's
you.
almost like a local guy being stuck in like Andy
Local.
being stuck in America.
Got it.
It's a totally different perspective of what you
Okay.
think, and you don't take anything. If anyone else did it, you would take it as he's racist.
Yeah.
But he's so smart, like
Right.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
He makes it so you're
Okay.
part of the. You're
Okay,
with
good.
him.
We
Sweet.
added that.
I didn't even know this because I attribute everything to Kim Janala, your lovely wife.
So do I.
I didn't know that. So you were on air before she was.
No.
She was somewhere else, right?
She was at
What?
Yeah.
KGMB. And she already had established herself.
Even when Lee Cataluna was on
Yes,
air?
yes.
What?
She was on before us. She was the weather girl already.
Huh.
And later, what's funny thing is, she came to Hawaii just on a whim, right?
Right.
Because she went to University of Texas.
Right.
Texas. She's a Longhorn, hook 'em horns.
Right.
And she got a journalism degree.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But she worked in Texas. She worked in Florida.
Right.
She worked in San Francisco, and then on a whim, just sent her tape to Hawaii. And they said, hey, you know what? We got a maternity leave thing. Like a girl's going on maternity. You can get a temporary contract here. So she came,
Loved
got the
it.
job, loved it,
Right.
and then it went from there. So she got on TV. She was on TV locally.
Because she was she was the girl, she was the one that followed me through my entire reign.
Correct.
So we became really close because she'd fly up with a crew,
Right.
come to
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Universal Studios. Like I met her mom. This was before you guys were
This
a
is
thing.
before us, yes.
And so we were bonded for life because she was like my Jiminy Cricket when I was going through all my crazy stuff. And she
Yeah.
was my tie to Hawaii other than you, but she was physically in that craziness
Yeah.
with me.
Yep.
So we were always bonded, but I would always tell her, you feel local, even though you're from Texas.
Yeah, it's really funny because people would think that's like a Janala's like a Hawaiian
Yeah,
name.
like it's like a Hawaiian
Janaula.
Genoa.
But it's funny because when she was reporting in Florida, they thought she was Cuban. When she was in Texas, they thought she was Mexican. But
Gotcha.
she's Sicilian.
Oh,
I
is she
didn't know
really?
that.
So I sleep with one eye open.
Yeah. My grandmother is Sicilian.
As
Oh,
you
yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Wow.
As you
so,
should.
So how long did you guys date before everyone found out?
Why would they need to be secretive?
Because we were working at different stations.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a, it's not a work. You just want to keep that on the down low.
Seriously?
Yes, yeah. So how long did you?
You have the
Because I knew
drama.
that's why before
So-
it was.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know, a few months.
Oh, just it. I thought it was
A
longer.
few months, maybe.
Such a Romeo and Juliet
Yeah.
type of
Yeah,
situation.
maybe nearly a year.
And who asked who out?
Why are you really getting into there?
Yeah,
Kinda,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she hit on me. It's just easy.
Don't worry,
Kim, did
Kim.
you hear
We're
that?
going to book you on the
See?
show. You will be able to clear
but
your
it's
name.
only because I think we were on a. See, we knew each other through on a professional level because she was weather, I was weather. We'd see each other at the
This is a movie rating to
at
happen,
the,
but go ahead.
at the National Weather Service briefings, right?
Okay.
Like a couple times a year. So we sit next to each other because GH, whatever. Hi, how you doing? Hey, nice to meet you.
Wow.
And then we got invited on a ski trip, a media ski trip. Remember those?
Oh, with Dash?
Dash.
Because I got invited to a bunch of those. I never went.
So we
Yeah.
went on like 3 of those. But anyway, I had come from the morning show, hadn't slept. It's a red eye. I get seated next to her. Chatty Cathy's come right from the news. So she's amped. She's pumped. Sitting on a red eye, going to Canada. And I'm like, she's just talking to me. And like, I'm flattered that I'm sitting next to her,
Yeah.
first of all, right?
Right.
It's Kim Janala.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's just chatting at me. Next thing I know, yeah, sure, we can go out, sure.
And now there are 2 kids later. 2 kids
I tell
down.
you bring anyone skiing or silk in the
You will
mountains.
get to come on the show,
You're gonna
Kim.
hook up.
We are going to get
Because
your perspective.
you're only skiing for about 3 hours. The rest of it is getting drunk and
Payola,
cuddling.
aren't you
Yeah.
breaking rules? You
Guy
guys can
Hagi
go
is
on
hanging out with
trips.
us. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about his meme sensation.
Memes.
Yeah, in just a minute. It's a Hawaii thing. Don't go anywhere.
Memes.
For all your money needs, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union is here for you. Visit hificu.com. Beachside Roofing, the leaders. Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. We got Guy Hagi hanging out with us. You know, Guy has made world news many times with his memes.
In a good way.
With his memes. And I remember when they first came out, I got really protective over you. I don't know if you remember why I text you. And
my really good friends in my family, they're the ones, they get offended, they get mad for me.
yeah.
And thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I love that. But they didn't realize how I look at it.
yeah, how do
Why
you
are
look
you supposed
at
to be
it?
offended?
Well, some of them that first came out were kind of like, a little.
Yeah.
And then no one knew what they were too at the
Yeah.
beginning, right? Now they're funny. Go ahead.
Because I looked at it and I go, because I myself and you guys too is separate
Right.
from the person that's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
news
yeah.
in that that's what people see. They don't know me.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so whatever they throw at me, and I'm a weather guy representing the National Weather Service to some extent, and the weather, science of weather is not perfect.
Right.
But people don't understand that. Even though we get it right 75% of the time, they don't remember that. They remember the 25%.
Yeah.
So they make fun of that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. And so when they do stuff like the memes, I was like flattered.
Well, you're also the guy who was on the radio going Guy Hagi's surf report. So
right.
you're all about branding.
Right.
So it doesn't really
so
matter.
awesome.
You think a lot. I mean, you go deep. I didn't think that deep. All I saw is that these people are spending the time to
Yeah.
make artwork
Right.
and humor.
Thank you.
Out
You're
of
like,
you.
thank you, mahalo.
And then it's like, bro, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and it came in a sudden wave when I was not even in town.
Oh, wow.
I can see though that you being flattered with it. Somebody did one of me a month ago. It's the first one I've ever
Yeah,
saw. I don't know if there's
yeah.
any of them, but it was about food, and it was lanai tempura, and
Yeah.
my face was part of tempura instead of lanai tabura.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
but
thought you did it. Someone else did it for you?
I don't even know how to do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how to
It
do
was
it.
you.
But you have thousands of memes.
And that's got to be nothing but flattery.
And you
I
have
would think so.
The most popular one is just him in front of the board with the weather, and it's typical day in Honolulu, 50% chance of zip a lane, 50-50 chance of zip. I mean, it's the same photo, but there's like 1,000 different
Different
words. And then you have, of course, There's just so many. We got to post some of these up as we
What is
discuss
it?
these.
It's like, what is the one that Guy lie? What is the one they do?
Yeah.
Guy Hagi.
Yeah.
No, Guy.
I don't know, Lee Hagi.
Lee Hagi.
Lee
That's
Hagi,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
About
yeah.
the weather.
And something about the name, stepping
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
myself, Guy Hagi has a good rhythm.
Yes,
Right.
it does.
And then you can move Guy to lie.
Yeah.
Like I've been cursed with the name Guy all my life, so somebody like mispronounces it, goes, "Hi," I turn around like, "Oh, did he say Guy? Did they call me?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
But you know what's my favorite about it, and we're probably gonna have to beep this out, is the ones when they use "Ufaka."
yeah.
Because it just fits your personality.
Yeah.
Why is that attached to him? Do you say that a lot?
You know what? I don't think.
I don't know.
No, that's the thing is. The great
You
thing,
do.
These memes are so fantastic. The best ones are where they use that, and I can't put those on the
Of
news.
course.
Yeah.
Of
Right? The
course.
best ones
Yeah.
I can't use on the
Yeah.
news. Yeah.
I don't know why, but whenever the one with "Ufakas" comes up,
He's
Yeah.
it just
beeping
makes
it.
me
He's
giggle.
just saying it, so
Yeah.
you have to beep
Yeah.
it correctly over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one?
I love them all, and,
Yeah.
and there's so many.
You want to
but-
tell Brooke what I texted you about a year ago?
Why
we had a
would
conversation
he remember?
about memes, about the book. I told him we should go put a book
Oh, yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Of memes?
Yeah, all Guy Hagi memes.
Yeah, go ahead, man. And like he always does, it's always for charity.
Of
He wants to do
course. He's
something for
marketing.
charity. That's his whole
marketing.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And I
yeah.
told because I think at the time Kim was working with was it Aloha United Way or
Yeah,
somebody like I
yeah.
said we go put the book together and all the proceeds go to Kim's
Oh, it's
charity.
AUW.
And it's more like a Christmas gag gift
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
deal that
yeah.
people would buy for a coffee table. Anyway, we're
Oh, wait,
running
I
out of
gotta get-
time.
wait.
Is this do we have one more segment?
Hold
no,
on,
we're gonna
Kurt.
say bye already.
Wait, but he's got to do a pitch
Hurry up.
emoji. You got to do a
Open
pitch
one of these.
emoji.
You gotta
Read the,
open up your
in your full pigeon inflection with the
Yeah.
wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
what is your what is it called?
What is this?
This is a
Emoji.
fortune cookie. What's your fortune? We also
But we
got some
also
gifts
got-
for you, Guy.
88 tees. We got you a Christmas 88 t-shirt.
You can wear it on Christmas Day.
You wore all of these shirts.
That's for you when you go
These are
surf.
for you and all of the goodies.
Go ahead, read it to us.
Pigeonmoji.com.
Go ahead.
Thank you, pitch emoji.
Act like what you do makes one difference. It does.
Boom! Drop the mic.
You fuckers. Thank you, Guy Hagi, for coming by. It's our favorite newscaster, ladies and
We're going to
gentlemen.
YouTube. You're gonna
Yes, go
swear some
follow
more.
us on the extended version of this show.
He's gonna
It's a
swear some
Hawaii thing. Thanks so much for
Thanks
coming
for
by,
coming.
Guy.
Easy.
So good. Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing, the extended
I
version.
forgot to say he got a $25 gift certificate
Yes.
to pitch emoji, so you can get more t-shirts.
And Guy, thank you for the manapua.
yeah,
that's such a Hawaii thing right there,
totally,
yeah.
Totally.
Coming with omiyagi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's,
Your mama
it's
raised
a
you
little
right.
simpler than that. I'm hungry.
He's hungry.
You hungry?
Bust it open. Bust it open.
I brought what I wanted to
No,
eat.
he cannot
Yeah.
eat right now. Can you eat
Why?
right now?
Oh.
No,
He
I'm
made a-
not going to eat right now.
He made a date
Oh,
with
because
his
of Kim,
with his wife.
the power of Kim Janaula.
Yeah.
It compels you.
Yeah.
The power of Kim Janaula.
What
compels you.
does Guy Hagi do when he's not working? What do you like to do?
Well, obviously I
Surf?
surf. I surf.
See, I got it.
Yeah.
I jaunt up Coco Head every now and then.
Jaunt.
Do you?
Yeah.
Jaunt.
And you know what?
Okay.
I've been going back to the boxing gym because my son's going
A
there.
lot of people don't know. Guy
What?
Hagi was a Golden Glove
you
boxer.
No, I was a hack.
No, Guy.
Augie
Augie was for reals.
was serious.
But you
Did
guys
Augie have
box.
did Augie have like 200 fights or something?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
had like
Yes,
5
yes.
professional. But wait,
gonna open it.
didn't you fight professionally too?
No. My brother did.
Oh, your
Brought
brother
the
did.
poor cash. He's classy like
You
that.
gotta bring
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, you
Bruh.
do. They just go together.
But for Augie's
Don't mind
5-6 years younger than me.
Uh-huh.
Is he?
So he was a kid. I was 19 doing
Where-
it. And
where is
Augie
this?
was 13, 14.
What boxing
Cal, Kalihi, right?
So he was in Kalihi. I was at a place called Kaka'ako, which is, right across the street from me, right?
Millionaires.
So,
Right.
it's in the hood. So,
Yeah.
But I grew up the street. So
Did you box with his brother?
no.
Because he has an older brother that boxed too, right, Larry?
Yeah. But I mean, my time in that sport was
Wait,
was
so
small.
what we're getting to is Guy Hagi can scrap.
Of course he can. That's why it's so funny that people send
Bruh.
these memes to him. Didn't you take a picture the other day in front of a bag? Or
Oh
something?
yeah.
Speed bag.
My speed bag.
Can you still do it?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
fun part, right?
Yeah.
Got nothing to do with.
Seriously though, he can throw down.
Of course he can.
If he was at rumors and it went down, he could handle.
I'd stand behind him.
He handle.
For guarantee.
I've learned a better martial art.
Talk.
No, ranate. Ranate.
There you go.
I can run. I could run pretty.
But for those who don't know, when the Blaisdell Arena and boxing was huge here, it was sold out. This Blaisdell Arena would sell out.
Yeah.
Guy was boxing during that time period.
What?
But what's funny is that years later, I was doing the surf report, right? So I got to know Jim Leahy because he was the sports guy.
Yeah.
He actually had a little stint doing morning radio. He was a morning radio
I didn't know
DJ for
that.
a little while. And then I did the surf report. I recorded it. And you record it on the phone.
Right.
They'd go, okay, ready, go. And I'd tape it.
Analog.
And then Leahy was talking about boxing. I was going, yeah. And I gave him my assessment of some fight. He goes, hey, you know what? He was doing radio boxing for the local cards.
So play-by-play?
For play-by-play. So he goes, you got to come and I want you to do the in-between the rounds. So I got to, do radio
Commentate.
boxing for
Is this
a while.
on
That's
AM?
awesome.
What radio stations are
It
these?
was KKUA.
Wow.
So-
AM or I
it
think
was AM.
AM, brah.
So like he would do the 3 minutes, bang, bang, throwing left, and then he would shut up and he would just decompress. And 1 minute, I got to talk 1 minute of what I saw. And I tried to, when I didn't know, I tried to talk back to him.
And he was like, yeah, I'm done.
he had tuned it out.
Yeah.
He's like, you got 1 minute, that's your thing. I got 3 minutes.
You were the
Yeah.
color commentator.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny because the best thing was I had tickets to the fights for all my friends.
See,
are you
the
a big
perks.
fight fan still?
Yeah,
Do you watch
still,
boxing?
yeah,
Who do you
yeah.
like right now?
But is it MMA or you like boxing?
I like both, but because I came from boxing, I
Right.
like boxing. Like Lomachenko is insane.
yeah,
I love the
yeah.
beauty of Lomachenko, right?
Yeah.
It's not
I don't know what you're
force.
talking
It's,
about.
Yeah. What do you think of Canelo?
I think Canelo's awesome
Yeah.
because he's got
Are we
that
boxing
as well.
still? Is this boxing
Yeah,
or
boxing.
MMA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you like in MMA?
You better say the local people. They're gonna scrap you.
Well, Max is a legend.
Boxing. He's a great boxer.
Yeah, Max is, but the
Holloway?
thing about
Yeah. They say he's one of the best boxers in MMA.
yeah.
Throws the most punches. Just
Which is the one that
technically.
came here?
Yeah.
The Yancy Madero.
Yeah. Yancy.
I love
Yancy's-
Yancy.
If you didn't know Yancy was such a badass,
Yeah.
you'd think he was the nicest guy
He
on
is.
earth.
He
Oh my
sat
God.
here.
Yeah.
He is such
Oh
a
my God.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
And same thing for Max. When you talk to Max,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know that he
Pounds people.
Yeah, because he's so low key,
Yeah.
so quiet.
Yeah.
I know I know his better half from surfing, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I know that whole family. His whole in-laws from surfing.
Yeah.
I know those guys too. So he's getting into a surf-filled
Yes,
family
he is.
too.
Oh.
Well, he
Yeah.
grew up in Makaha too, so he's on the beach.
Yep. So I like all those guys. I like watching all of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Certain ones. I mean, I don't like certain ones, but that's kind of how the game goes.
Right. Part of marketing.
Yeah.
Do you like any of the female fighters?
How's what happened in the recent fight? Did you see?
I heard. I didn't get to watch it. Was it
Who's the
this one
female
was
ones?
Saturday?
So Amanda Nunes. He's the one that just sent Ronda Rousey to another universe,
I
right?
thought Ronda Rousey was retired.
She's retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was retired and nice person too.
Lovely
Totally
human
nice.
being.
I met her too. But Amanda Nunes got tapped out.
Oh, really?
By who?
Wow.
I missed it.
By
Yeah.
who?
Like shocking.
Yeah.
So just girl Juliana Pena, who I
that's right,
I
Pena.
never knew of before the fight.
Huh?
Yeah. Who's
So
a
this
no
was
name?
like a newbie that knocked
Well,
this.
obviously not a newbie,
Right.
because Amanda Nunes, they called her the lioness.
She didn't have a
She's-
big name. The other girl.
Oh, and
Yeah.
then she just cleaned her clock.
Well, not
Tapped
cleaned
her
her
out.
clock, but she hit her, hurt her, got her on her back, and choked her out.
Yeah.
Dang. So this
I
is
mean,
MMA.
that's-
I'm assuming
Yeah.
this is not boxing.
Yeah, this is MMA.
Because you
Do
can't get that
you
close.
think, if MMA was big when you were boxing, you would do MMA or no?
Probably. I think that's just how it goes. Like
Yeah.
I did it because I have two brothers, right? Like the older brother started doing it, so I followed, and my younger brother followed.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. It's just the same thing. One of us started surfing. We all started surfing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys fight
fight?
each other?
Well, we
Like,
sparred.
No, but I mean, like like brothers.
of
do.
course.
Yeah. So is that why because you had to defend yourself?
Not really.
Wait, you're Mr. Cliff Clavin. What is the boxing connection in the state of Hawaii? Where did boxing come from here? I mean, wouldn't we be more of the karate and like taekwondo people?
I don't know, but it has deep ethnic roots.
Yeah.
Deep ethnic roots here. Filipinos
Yeah.
mostly. Am I making
had
it
some,
up?
Had some incredible Japanese guys too.
Yeah.
Boxing?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
but you go back. You go back before Jesus Salud. You
Oh, yeah.
had
Jesus
is
is actually
name?
new wave.
He is new wave. What was Andy Gannigan?
Andy Gannigan.
Before Andy Gannigan was
this guy Dotto Marino.
Dotto Marino. So what happened was like those three guys, just say those three guys went on and moved away or fought
Became
international, became bigger name, and that's what happened. Also, PAL I think had a big effect on Hawaii because they were taking troubled teens, putting them in gyms, and they were letting them fight. Police Activities League.
Got
So
it.
there, and even like Brian Valoria in Waipahu was taken into a gym. Augie and all his
you're
brothers
talking
were
about
taking
redirecting
into
people's
redirecting their
aggression.
energy.
I
Yes,
got it.
because remember now in the 80s and 90s we had a gang problem. Mayor Wrights and all these places. So if you look at all those fighters, they came out of the rough areas. Just not you. Where'd you live?
Well, don't forget, I live a couple blocks up from Merritt.
Right.
Oh, so you came out of a rough area too.
Couple blocks up, but
You were
still
adjacent.
So we were actually a little less rough.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So we were up by Lila Bakery, so that's half a mile away
Yeah.
from Merritt's, but that's already much different.
But would you agree that makes sense, right?
Of course it makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course
So-
it makes sense. And it's and similar around the world too.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty awesome though, because I think I heard what's his name, Dana White and Joe Rogan talking. One of those two guys saying how per capita Hawaii has the most fighters and amazing fighters in the world. When you look at how small it is here, how many we have? In the UFC, I think we got a dozen fighters. In Bellator, we got a dozen. In Pride, we got champions in Pride. And what is one?
Yeah.
The Asian one. That's a huge one.
That's the other side of the Aloha spirit is the aggression.
The warrior blood.
The
warrior blood.
It's that one thing that they all say, and it's intangible. You can't learn it. It's called heart.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
You have that drive,
Right.
and it's the same for all the people that are successful. Carissa Moore has heart.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That indomitable spirit kind of thing.
Passion.
You know that Modelo ad thing right now?
Yes.
That can apply to all the people that we've done
that's
really
such
well.
a good analogy.
Yeah.
We could do our own like that.
Modelo.
I pitched the Hawaii Visitors Bureau. This is about 7 or 8 years ago. Mike McCartney. And they loved the whole concept and idea of it. It was actually after 9/11 when Hawaii really took a bad dip. And I pitched. Remember the commercial with California promoting California?
Sure. They still do it.
I'm Kelly Slater. Come to California and surf. Hey, I'm not. If you look at those commercials, none of those people were from California.
True.
They all transplanted in California. How many celebrities do we have in Hawaii that could do that commercial to come visit Hawaii? Right? From Bruno Mars to Carissa Moore's to the UFC fighters, blah, blah, blah.
To at one point, the most beautiful woman in the
Miss
whole universe.
Kim Janaula. Kim Janaula.
In the whole universe.
Yes.
I mean,
Kim Janaula.
I haven't seen what the women on Mars look like. Okay.
They're still searching.
But
We
apparently,
got one eye open. Always one eye
So
open.
you get what I'm saying, where I'm going here?
Sure.
And they loved the whole concept. And they're like, oh, Lanai, we can't afford it. I said, I already got 10 people that said they would do it to give back to this community. Let's produce it.
Right.
And I don't know people started moving around because, the Visitors Bureau is a government agency. So that's difficult in itself.
It's not
but
the HTA,
I still would like to do that. I want to get, because
it's still good.
it's still good.
That's coming out of the pandemic.
It's still good. And
Mariota, Tua, I mean, you name
and
it.
it's something that you can keep on doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
As
like
you add
we
on
call in
and add
the
on.
news business
Yeah.
evergreen,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe what we have to do, this is one of the ideas, one of the we have to do is get a station to do it because the government's not going to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
And you get a station
You got to get all the
do it.
stations. You got to be Kamehameha and unify all the stations because, we can't even talk to
I
each
know,
other.
it's so
He's
dumb.
Biggie, I'm Tupac.
It's
I'm on one
oh,
station.
I can't
he's on
either.
he was dating a
can't
girl
either.
from another
That's
station.
why I
You know what
said,
I'm
how
saying?
did this happen? How
This
did it
is so
happen?
crazy.
You can't in
Get
Hawaii.
over it, Hawaii.
You
Get
can't
over
work at
it.
another station here. It's just the
Get
weirdest
over
thing.
it.
Yeah, we have in our field. There's something that's really binding for us. It's called a non-compete.
For 1 year.
Yeah. So
I don't
after
have
you
one.
quit or lose
don't
the
have
thing,
one.
you're not allowed to work.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, you're Miss Universe. Shut up.
So instead of say if I lost my job
Yeah.
or for whatever reason the contract comes, they don't renew it. What am I supposed to do? Go wash cars
Right.
or to go
For
work
1
at
year.
Walmart or something?
Words,
Yeah.
lawyers,
Doesn't make sense.
words.
It's so weird. Who did you look up to as far as inspiration when you were growing up in high school? Who was your role models?
Well, they were mostly sports people.
Yeah.
But I can't even remember. That's a long time ago.
Aku.
He was a
you know
DJ.
What, you know what though? When my mom would drive us to school.
That's what you heard. Listen to on the radio.
When my
KIKI.
Actually, when she got up in the morning, Aku was on.
That was
Yeah.
it.
So I remember all the
It's a whole generation,
franchises,
yeah.
right? You know.
And then Tom
yeah.
Moffat was on air at that time too,
Yeah,
before he became
Aku
a
was just
concert.
on all the
Well,
time.
how about like for when you were boxing? Who'd you look up to?
He was over it already, but one of the guys, like, there's this real classy guy, Alexis Arguello.
Oh, I remember Alexis.
So don't
Arguello,
forget,
yeah.
he knocked out Andy Ganigan.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The
But-
Andy Ganigan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he knocked out Andy Ganigan.
He was a local boy?
No, Alexis was
No.
a Mexican guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I
Big
love the
name,
Mexican fighters
big
like
name.
Duran.
Oh, Roberto Duran is awesome.
He was
Did you
Panamanian.
watch the
Black.
Netflix
No,
documentary
I
on
have
him?
not. I have not.
You gotta watch it.
Isn't it like a recreation though? Didn't he have
No,
an
it's
actor?
there's a couple of them, but there's one of him. He's in it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I don't like those.
Yeah,
having
reenactment.
actors.
What was
Yeah.
his name was like
Hands of Stone.
Hands of Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think that's the name of the documentary.
Oh, okay. Okay,
You
good.
gotta
Is
watch
wrestling
it.
not in this realm?
Oh no, I grew up. Actually, I went to the Kgmb studio that I worked to watch 50th State Wrestling.
You know what's interesting?
What
that
is
you,
50th State Wrestling?
You know what's interesting? That
What?
It was
You are
huge
so
here.
young.
Yeah.
Then
But you-
we had wrestling on TV here that was local?
Yes, yeah.
And superstars.
What?
Local
Yeah.
Superstars.
So I say this is interesting because I was talking to BJ Penn the other
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
and I asked him who inspired him growing up, and he said it was all wrestlers because you see what he does after he wins his whole show. He
Yeah.
said that came from Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That and I go, where'd you get that from? Licking the gloves.
Yeah.
That came from some wrestler. He said when he figured it out
licks
and he
the
started,
gloves.
he would beat up somebody and lick
It's
his
not getting
gloves.
COVID.
Well, this was,
Right.
15 years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
But that's what made him today because people wanted entertainment.
Right.
Right. They just didn't want him to beat up somebody.
Yeah.
So when you talk about wrestlers, look at all the fighters.
Yeah.
Talk about wrestlers. Who was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
wrestler?
So Brooke, the KGMB studio
Yeah,
building
yeah.
on Kapiolani,
Right.
Yeah.
they had a ring
In the inside
back,
of it.
Okay.
But that
And-
was before it was a studio.
no,
This is
no,
where
no.
you go and
this
watch
is
wrestling?
At the same,
You know where
yes.
W&M is, the restaurant?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
MW.
MW.
So MW is not there anymore, by the way. They moved.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so in that studio,
Yeah.
right, Checkers and Pogo was shot.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember with the tree.
At the same time, they had a ring that they would shoot a TV show called 50th State Wrestling.
Yes.
And these were local wrestlers?
Well, not only local, they had guys come
Whoever
in.
Oh,
came
they
in.
would bring them in?
Came in.
I think The Rock's dad was on it.
The
was
Rock's
on it.
dad,
yeah.
the Rock's
Wasn't
dad, the Rock's
Shri-
uncle.
Yes,
Shri
that's right.
Mayava's dad.
Dad, yes.
King Mayava, is
Yeah.
that his name?
Yeah.
So
He
there
was a
there was
wrestler?
Peter Maivia.
There.
Was,
That's him, Peter
Peter
Mayava.
Maivia, yeah.
No, Maivia.
Maivia.
Was Peter Maivia, and then had another guy, Mayava.
Yeah,
right.
King
That's
Mayava.
Neff
That's
Mayava.
Shri's.
Okay.
That's Shri's dad.
So had Curtis the Bull Iaukia, who's
I remember that name.
remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's part of the Beach Boys,
Yes.
right? And then
And they were doing full blown wrestling?
Yeah.
Like jumping on each other
so
off
you
on
remember?
the sides?
So do you remember Lloyd Tallyho Blair's?
No.
I know the name.
So he was the guy that was the MC of the show,
Ah.
and was the full on show pre WWE with the characters.
This was statewide. This wasn't a national show.
This
No,
was,
it was a-
this
it was
was,
a
yeah,
state-
it was a
In Hawaii.
statewide. There was only 4 channels, I think, at time,
Yeah.
4 or 5, because my grandfather, I was like 7 or 6.
Yeah.
He used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And I was the
This was
remote.
before the WWE?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was
yeah.
before.
Hawaii was doing this before?
No. There was national. They had a magazine,
Yeah.
a wrestling magazine that would, all
Right,
that. But we would
inspire
never
it.
see it on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
So
interesting
crazy.
because my grandfather, as I got older, I used to ask him, Grandpa, is this real? Because
Yeah.
I thought it was real, right?
Yeah, we thought
And-
it was real.
And he
Right.
would go, of course it's real. And then he would change it, go change the channel. I was the remote, so I was to change a channel. It was on a certain time at night or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
and
yeah.
he would sit with his beer or whatever he's drinking, and he would watch
Wow.
the
See,
show.
See, like there was this guy, Iranian guy, but he played Native American Chief Billy White Wolf.
Wow.
Right?
It's
Full
another
on
time,
with the
bro.
headdress. It was amazing.
Yeah.
back
That's so
then.
crazy.
So this is in the 60s now, which is
Yeah.
dating myself, but yeah.
Talk-
Wow.
and early 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Checkers and Pogo I was alive.
Late 70s,
I mean,
80s.
And
I
it
am
was
alive,
and it was
but,
all
you know what I
shot
mean?
In that studio.
Wow.
where we
Yeah.
ended up shooting the news. The news was separate in a separate part of the
That's
building.
where I met you, Guy.
Aku had his radio studio.
In there?
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't know that.
Remember the
that.
tower was behind the.
Oh, I do
that,
remember
that
the
was
tower.
the radio tower, yeah.
I used to pull bingo numbers with Marsha
Oh,
Forsyth.
that's right.
See, there you go.
Live every
Bingo.
night for the bingo times market bingo.
Then later, come full circle, we go and dine in MW restaurant.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Telling Michelle and Wade, the owners, You know, this is where we used to do makeup.
Yeah.
Where you guys cook is where we used to do the TV show. So it's funny.
I met you in there. Do you remember the first time I met you?
I don't,
No,
because it was
we
a
don't
long
ever
time
remember.
ago.
I always ask people on the show, do you remember
I
first?
never
Because I want to remember too, but I don't. I think it was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be. I did so many things in there too.
So okay.
My first commercial was shot
So-
in there. My first time on TV, Leslie Wilcox interviewed me. I was
thought
in there.
I knew you longer than that. But anyway, because don't forget, I started. It's easy for me to remember my start date at Kgmb. Right.
What was it?
September 11th, 2001.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
And we were in New York the day before.
Well, I was on the air the day it happened. It was a disaster. Me
So-
being on the air was a disaster.
Yeah, because we were in New York with my mom and dad, right? Kim goes, okay, you're gonna start KGMB September 11th.
I did meet you before that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
We're,
meet you
we're
before
gonna KG. You're gonna start KGMB September 11th. Let's go to New York. You've never been,
Right.
And my mom goes, oh, I'll go too. So they came. We went up to the top of the World Trade Center.
Wow.
Right? Came down, came home, went to sleep September 10th, woke up September 11th to all the
Right.
drama and all that. And Kim goes, okay, because she's a journalist, right? She's always
Right.
thinking. She's going, I gotta go develop the pictures. You have to develop your pictures.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So goes along, develops pictures. We run into the studio. And then that's my first time on air. Usually it's like, oh, we want to welcome our
Yeah,
new weather
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Was none of that.
Trial by
Cannot-
It's like,
fire.
oh, now here's Guy Hagi. And then in my ear, they go, okay, you got 30 seconds and then get out. It's just a quick one
Yeah.
because nobody cared about
Yeah,
the weather.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Back to that. And then at the end of the newscast, Kim goes, we don't want to make light of the situation, but we want you to know we were just there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we showed some pictures of us yucking it up atop
Right.
the World Trade Center. And so know that our hearts are with everybody that's there.
That's so
Everybody's been
crazy.
affected.
So at some point you guys were on separate stations, but then eventually you guys were on the same station together.
And that was likely her doing. Because they didn't renew my contract.
at
So
KI,
I
where
was
you were before.
at KHNL.
KHNL.
KHNL. So they didn't renew my contract. I don't know why. And they never gave me a reason why.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're lovable.
So
why?
whatever.
Right.
So it's whatever. So I had job applications I had actually job offers from a couple places. And then Kim, with all the workings and, knowing all the people
Yeah.
there, and she's so influential, go, why do you not get, so whatever. So I'm sure she pulled strings and all
Yeah.
that.
Of course you did.
And then, so they said, "What? You got to come work with us. You're going to work with Kim." And I said,
Nice. See?
"Okay." And normally, you have some reservations about working with your other half,
Yeah.
right?
Technically, is she your boss? I mean, not in life, because we all know that answer.
Of course in life, yeah.
I'm talking like on the show. Was she your boss? Well, you guys all had a general manager.
Put it this way: it's like think of a football team,
Right.
Right. She's the quarterback in charge of all these people.
Right.
I'm the place kicker.
Okay.
Don't talk to me.
Right.
They don't know what I do.
Just bring you in for specials.
They don't know what I do.
Right.
They know I have this specialty. I
Yeah.
can do it. But just let him do his thing.
Right.
Come in. We'll tell you what to do.
Got
you
it.
go do it, and then you go do. So in a way, yes.
Right.
But in a way, kind of, I'm kind of freelance, kind of doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And speaking of freelance, just so you guys know, if you've never seen a weather done behind the scenes, it's all there's no teleprompter. You're
Yeah, it's all impromptu.
it's all improv.
It's extemporaneous, is like
Yeah.
what we like to say in the
Yeah.
English
Yeah.
community.
We make it up as we go.
Extemporaneously
Yeah.
speaking.
Because
is
so
what
it's
it
not
is.
easy,
And then
like
you're
some
doing
people
everything
think-
backwards because you got a green screen
Yeah.
and you have to like imagine where things are and they're not really there. And it's opposite when you're looking at
You
the
guys
screen.
used to do the for the week, if you took a vacation, the guest weather person in the
Oh.
morning. So I'd done it a couple times,
Yeah.
and I thought, this is easy because
No, it's not.
I do radio. I can talk
Yeah,
whatever I
yeah,
want.
yeah.
But to do this,
Yeah.
and then look at the thing, and then look
Yeah.
at the thing.
Yeah, everything's opposite.
Yeah,
Opposite,
yes.
yeah.
So I
everything's
tell everybody
opposite.
it's an opposite mirror. So I look at the what people see at home.
Yeah.
So to see what's behind me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a correct mirror in that I'm using my right hand. The mirror image is using its right hand.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But we're used to the mirror image using the
The
left,
left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got somebody. All right, you got 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget to mention
I would
this.
think
The voice in your
dyslexic
head.
people would be really good at it because they
sure.
probably
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
why they hire all the beauty queens.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another Moani reference? Is that
I don't
what we're
know.
doing
I would-
again?
that was a
Okay.
you reference.
Okay. I'm not dyslexic, just to be
don't
clear.
qualify for that.
Guy, you know what? Like she said earlier, you're lovable.
You are lovable.
You're welcome. It's like, okay, who am I gonna have in my living room tonight?
but I
Yeah.
tell-
this guy can come in my
But I
living
got to
room.
be honest, man. I would not stand a chance if I had to go apply to do the weather at Telemundo.
Wow.
Did you see
There's
what's
some
going on?
next, there's some next
I mean,
level.
they're just right out front.
You don't
man.
own
Like,
any tank top or
Next-
low cutting shirts. That's
next
why.
level.
Yeah, you would
it's
never
like,
get in.
It's like the dresses are sprayed on.
Next
Yeah.
level.
Right?
It's so
Next
funny.
level.
It's like, we know why you're watching the weather,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
just going to put it out.
Yeah.
Guy, I wish we could talk forever. Can you come back?
Yeah, sure.
Love to talk story
It's
with
like,
you.
I'm
There's so
always
many more
around.
things I'd
So
like
long
to.
as the surf's not
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
There's so many more things I want to
Mitigating
talk to you
factors.
about.
But just go clear it with my boss.
Yes.
We will.
Kim
But
Janela.
thanks for taking time out to come on our little
That's been
show.
fun.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
thanks for bringing
Yeah,
all of
thank
the
you
yummy
for the-
stuff. I've already had two.
Yeah,
of
I just
these.
didn't know how big the crew was, so I just made sure.
You're awesome. You're
Everything's
awesome. You guys go
fine.
follow Guy Hagi on his Instagram and his social media,
Sa-la-la.
and go check out some of these memes. I think you'll be very
Memes.
entertained if you've never seen any.
The memes.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, so whenever we have a new show, it'll pop up. Leave us a comment, and
comment.
thank you for watching. Hui ho. It's a
Bye.
Hawaii thing.